Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this video we are going to see the difference between SUMIF and SUMIFS function. So basically in SUMIF function we can apply a single criteria in our data, but in SUMIFS function we can apply multiple criterias in our data. And here this is my data where I have some products and their prices and their quantity purchased. So here this is my criteria where I want to find out the values or the quantity purchased which is greater than 50, less than 40, equal to 10 and so on. So here if I apply SUMIF formula, then my range would be F column. You can directly select your F column or you can also select your data and then comma. So here I want to find out the quantity purchased which is greater than 50. So type greater than 50 in double inverted commas. So here I got 259 as my answer. It means that the total of quantities which are greater than 50 is 259. Now in SUMIF formula, the sum range is an optional one. You may or may not type anything in that sum range. If you don't type anything in sum range, then this function will automatically take range as your sum range. So that is why in this formula, I have taken the range F3 to F22, which is my quantity purchased range. And then in criteria, I typed greater than 50. And in sum range, I didn't type anything. So that is why the sum range is automatically taken as the range. So that is why I got the total of the quantities purchased, which is greater than 50. Like here, as you can see that these are all the quantities which are greater than 50. And its total is 259. Now again, if I use SUMIF formula and in my range, I'm using my quantity purchased range, and then criteria is less than 40. Type less than 40 in double inverted commas. And then now in my sum range, if I select my unit price column, that is from E3 to E22, and then press enter. So here I got my answer as 5530. It means that these are all the quantities which are less than 40 and the total of these quantities is 5530. If I take my criteria from a reference, then it would be easy to do that. Again, if I use SUMIF formula equal to SUMIF and then my range is my quantity purchased column or F3 to F22 range, then comma in criteria. Now in my criteria, if I type greater than in double inverted commas and for combining this greater than symbol with my criteria in K12 cell, then I am using AND here and then select K12 and then press enter. So this is how I got my answer as 259, which is same as above. Now if I type my criteria in a cell and then I am selecting that cell, in both the situations I will get the same results. From here, if I change my selection that is greater than 40, then my answer will automatically change. And you can also create a list of all the quantity purchased with the help of data validation, so that you can select your quantities from that list and you don't need to type the quantities separately. Like here, if I go to data validation and then from here I'm selecting list, and now in my source I'm selecting this quantity purchased column and then press OK. So here I got all my quantities purchased in a list. Now if I select any quantity from here, let's say 20, and again if I use my formula equal to SUMIF and then my range is this and then comma, type greater than in double inverted commas and select this cell and then press enter. So it is showing me all the quantities which are greater than 20. Now if I change my quantity to 25, then my answer will automatically change. Here I'm selecting my quantities from a list. We can also use wildcards in our SUMIF formula. Equal to SUMIF open bracket, and then in my range I'm using my color column and then comma. So here I want the total of quantity purchased of all the color names which are starting from B. So here I will type B star in double inverted commas, and then in my sum range I'm using my unit price, that is my D column, and then press enter. So here I got my answer as 3850. It means that all the color names which are starting from blue and black. It means that the total unit price of all the color names which are starting from B is 3850. And I have two colors in my data which are starting from B, that is blue and black. So here if we use star after any alphabet, then it will find out all the color names which is starting from that alphabet. And if I use any alphabet between stars, like here I have used E between two stars, so it means that in my data it will find out all the color names which have E in between them. Equal to SUMIF, my range is this, then comma, my criteria is type star E star in double inverted commas, and then my sum ranges, my unit price, and then press enter. So it indicates that 7980 is the total price, is the total unit price of the colors which have E in between them. Now we can also use star E. It means that all the cells which are ending with E. So now there are two color names which are ending with E, blue and purple. So the colors which are ending with E are blue and purple, and their total unit price is 2500. Now let's move on to SUMIF's formula. In this function we can apply two or more criterias, but in SUMIF formula we can apply only a single criteria. So now equal to SUMIFs. So now in this formula it is mandatory to give sum range. Now my sum range is my net price and comma, then my criteria range 1. So my criteria range 1 is I want red color out of my color column, that is the E column, E3 to E22, and from this column I need red. So type red in double inverted commas, and then my criteria range 2. So now for my criteria range 2, I want the unit price which is greater than 500. For my criteria range 2, I am selecting my F3 to F22 range, and here I will type greater than 500 in double inverted commas, and then close the bracket and press enter. So it is showing me that 37,300 is the total net price of red color. I have 4 red colors in my data. First is this one, but its unit price is not greater than 500. Now let's move on to next. Now next is 450. Its unit price is also not more than 500. Next is 550 and 980. And for both of these, their unit price is more than 500. If I total both these values, so here I am getting 37,300, which is same as my answer. Now if you want to apply 3 conditions in your SUMIF formula, then also you can apply equal to SUMIFs. My range is my net price, and then my criteria is red color. Now my second criteria is my unit price, which is greater than 500. Now my third criteria is the quantity purchased, which is greater than 40. So this is my formula. And now press enter. So here Here my answer is reduced to 27,500 because here I have applied my third condition, which is the quantity which should be greater than 40. Now let's look at another example. Here I have some data where I have the order date of these particular products and the date on which these products are received. If I want to find out the quantity which is not yet received for the current month. So here my current month is February and my previous month is January 2020. And the quantity not yet received for the current month is 63 units. And now for calculating this, I need to use SUMIFS formula equal to SUMIFS. My sum range is my quantity purchased, then comma, my criteria range 1 is my criteria range 1 is my order date, then comma, then my criteria 1 would be I want the dates which are greater than 31 January because I am finding out the quantity for the current month and my current month is February. Then comma, then my second criteria would be my received date. So these are all the dates. Then out of these received date, I want to find out the quantities which are not received. So for this, I am using equal to in double inverted commas, and it indicates that 63 quantity is not yet received for the current month. And here equal to indicates the blank cells and greater than and less than symbols are indicating non-blank cells, that is the cells which are not empty. These are two cells for which I have not received my quantity and their sum is 63, which is same as my answer. Now if you want to find out the quantity which is not yet received for the previous month, that is for January. So for this one also again you need to use the SUMIFS formula where your sum range would be your quantity purchased column and your criteria 1 would be my order date, and here I am using less than 1 February 2020 because I am finding out the quantity for the previous month which is January. And in my second criteria I am using my received date, and here again I am using equal to, which means that I want to find out the blank cells, and then press enter. So here I got my answer as 114, which indicates that 114 quantity is not yet received for the month of January. And if you want to find out the quantity for both the months together, so here your sum range would be your G column, that is quantity purchased, and then your criteria range 1 would be the order date, and your criteria 1 would be greater than equal to 1 January 2020 because I want to find out the quantity not yet received for both the months, that is for January and February together. And now my criteria range 2 would be my received date, and again I am using equal to because I want to find out the quantities which is not yet received, that is the blank cells, and then press enter. So here I got 117, which is the total of both these quantities, 117. Now if you want to find out the quantity received for the current month, and in my criteria 1 I am using the date which is greater than equal to 1 February 2020 because my current month is February. And here for my criteria range 2 I am using my received date column, and my criteria 2 would be not equal to, and for using not equal to I am using greater than and less than symbols, and then press enter. So here it indicates that 210 quantities received for the current month of February. So here as you can see that this is the data of February where these two quantities are not yet received, that is 48 and 15, and rest of the quantities are received. If I total these rest of the quantities, so here as you can see that I am getting 210 total. So hope you will like this video and thank you for watching.